I believe Joss Whedon.
Hello! What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Film Junkie Live on your Tuesday, January 18th. How's everybody doing? Good? Alright. Let's get it started. Let's talk some shit. Let's do it all. Let's have some fun here. What's going on, guys? Who's out there, huh? Alright. Mr. Eric Z right here. How's it going, buddy? Hal Jordan's here. Protecting Sector 28, 14? Making, tuning in. That's always good. Right? Makes sense, doesn't it? Mr. Will Diesel, always good to see you. What's going on, Jose? Happy Tuesday. Who's got some tacos, huh? Who's bringing me some tacos? Man, I had some breakfast tacos. You don't even know, guys. I had some breakfast tacos on Sunday at this one spot where I was at. And they emphasize a lot of cheese in their stuff. They're specialized in omelets, but man, these tacos, breakfast tacos, were just amazing. Like bacon, sausage, egg. Oh, so good, so good. But anyways, thank you guys, of course, for clicking in and all that stuff. Make sure you smash that like, thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure if you want to become a member, members only post-show stream happening right after this. And then, of course, you got the Patreon right there if you want to help out the pirate ship. It's going, the links down below. And, of course, the Film Junkie Closet, all that stuff. And if you're watching this not live, you can fast forward because I'll chapter it out for you. Just for you. What's going on, Mr. Fear Jason? Always good to see you, buddy. No one's talking about... I know, right? Oof, yeah, we'll talk about that later. Hey, Seek, my friend. Hey, good to see you, man. I've been catching up on you. I've been seeing your Instagram. I've been meaning to text you, but man, feel bad. I heard about your dog, but I saw your new dog, which is absolutely fantastic, dude. I'm happy that you got a new one. I need to get a dog, but I don't have. My apartment complex doesn't allow that. So, but I've been meaning to text you, man. Hopefully you're doing good. What's going on, Rosemary? Niner fan, always good to see you. Who else is here? Batflex up. What's going on, Cosmo? Always getting good. Batsuit looks absolutely badass in that pic. John Conroe and the Demon Chords. Interesting. No idea what you're talking about, but okay. Then we got Mr. Venom here. Always good to see you. Yeah. All right, let's do. Hello, darling. Yes. Hello there, Oxloxu. How you doing? Boop, 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 boop. All right. Hi, darling. Yes, that's right. Yeah, I had to put that clip in the beginning, you know. I didn't have a sketch really planned out, so I was like, might as well just do all that here. Let me fast forward here. Hold on. Yeah, good to see you, Eric, of course. Everybody saying hi. What's going on, Mr. Andrew? Yes, we got Captain Gator Girl here too. Hello. Time for the daily meeting of We Hate Joss Whedon Fan Club. Yeah, that's what was great about last night. A lot of people showed up. A lot of people talked shit about Joss. I don't think there was really anybody that was backing up Joss. Mr. Alex Lobo. Hello, buddy. That's right. Yes, tacos. I wish I had. Man, I tell you what, those breakfast tacos. Hey, and thank you, Seek, for sticking with me for 13 months as a member. You're awesome, sir. Had to get you back on the stream, catch up and everything. So, release the pink tacos. And we got Cat. Meow. How's it going, Cat? Always good to see you. All right. We got Legend, of course. Yes. Yeah. You know what? It's always going to be there. I'm always going to have that drop no matter what. It's always there for, moments like this. We got Chrissy here. Hello, Chrissy Wonder Woman. Stephanie, hi. Yeah, Los Angeles. Oh yeah, I'm sure they do. I mean, that's one of the things. I mean, LA does. They're good with the tacos. By the way, Niner fan, congratulations on the playoff win. It's funny because my dad and my brother. My dad is a Rams fan. My brother is a Niners fan, and I congratulated both of them. But I went, you guys realize now you have to face Brady and Rodgers next week. That's going to be a little bit of a rough one. The Rams and the Niners really have a rough one next weekend. So we'll see what happens. JD McRae, man, good to see you. Always nice. Isaac, how's it going? Yeah. Glad I could be. Yeah, thanks for showing up, man. Appreciate it. And we got Andrew Nathan saying hi to Jose. We got Michael right here. What's up, buddy? We got Strong Arm Flicks. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. All right. In the latest video, was he? Did he actually defend that? There's people that defend him. I've seen. I mean, it's a very small number. So, yeah. And you're absolutely right, Captain Gator Girl. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ayer. Happy birthday. Release the fucking Ayer cut. Jesus, can we do that already? Man. So yeah, it is David Ayer's birthday. Saw people wishing him about happy birthday. Saw some videos on the timeline from some of you guys. I think I saw Jason. I saw yours. Kat, I saw yours. Good job. Both videos were great. So, and I saw some other people too. I think I was asked to submit a video, but I'm lazy. I forgot. All right, I forgot, and then I got lazy. So that's why my happy birthday's right here. Happy birthday, David Ayer. If you're out there, if you're casually watching from a distance, because, I mean, we are Twitter friends, right? If you want to come on the Vodka stream, and talk about some things, that'd be sweet. So one of these days, hopefully, if we can do that, make that happen, even if it's not just about all that happened then. But, I would love to talk to David Ayer. That's for sure. I would love to talk to him, get his backstory, just really get in depth, because he's got a very interesting backstory, which he's talked about. He's talked about many times. What's going on, Mr. Vega? Good to see ya. Hello, Mr. Venom. All right. We got Jesse here, too. Did I see Jesse? He's the one that's obviously running all that. Yeah, release that Ayer cut. Yeah, wake him up. Where's Jesse? Yeah, he's supposed to be running the cut Ayer. But anyways, guys, appreciate you guys, of course, clicking in as per usual. Let's have some fun. Hopefully you guys had a good day. I had a pretty decent day myself. Mr. Eric Patterson, he's right there. Good to see you. All right, let's get this show started. Let's go to them tweets, huh? Let's see, did I set it right? Hold on. I was going to do it differently. I didn't do it right. Hold on a sec. Let me set this up because I was going to do it, like I said, a little bit different. All right, here we go. Okay, there we go. We're good now. I think we're good. Yep, there it is. Okay, cool. All right. So let's go to the tweets. Okay, so obviously we all enjoyed that Moon Knight trailer. I know some people actually said it was a little underwhelming, but I think mainly people are hyped for it simply because, well, I mean, it's Oscar Isaac. It's Ethan Hawke. It looks like it's something a little different. Here's the official poster right here, which is sex. That's sex. Because, you know, sometimes the MCU has really shitty posters where everybody's just kind of, you know, grouped up down the center of the poster. But this time, look at that. I love it. This little crescent moon weapon right there. Yeah. So that's a good poster right there. So I like it. And if you didn't check out my trailer reaction, make sure you do that. Please do that. Sorry, it was meh, but it was meh for you, Ben? Jeez. Ben's a meh on it, huh? Meh. I mean, I'm not, you know, I mean, it's like, you know, I think for introducing the character and where this is, you know, going to be about mental health and stuff like that, I thought I did a pretty good job. Kind of showing that Oscar Isaac's not fucking around. He's going to, you know, he's going to act his ass off in this series. So look at this beautiful image of Lincoln Heights, Los Angeles. That's right. Look at that sky. Look at the palm trees. Look at the train. And look at all the garbage. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Remember, I showed you guys the video yesterday of apparently, you know, when these trains come rolling in and they stop, you know, thieves just come in and start, you know, ripping off all the containers that have all the Android, Amazon stuff. And, yeah, that's what it looks like. It's a beautiful and ugly shot at the same time, right? Jesus Christ. Good old Lincoln Heights, L.A. That's right, jeez. Hey, look at these two young bucks right here. Just having a good time on the set of a little movie called Justice League. Yeah. Jeez. I mean, I know people want ZACK to say something about what's happening right now. He's not going to. Of course he's not going to. Like I said yesterday, the only thing that I would actually want him to do is to post an image of Ray Fisher and just do something like that on Vero. And then, of course, a lot of us would love it if he cast Ray Fisher in, if he cast him in Rebel Moon. That'd be pretty sweet too. But, you know, it's, you know, I'm not going to be disappointed if that's not the case. So we eating good in March. We eating good with March, even though, like, we got two people who are you know, not all right up there, but they're trying to do good. So there we go. There's your March right there. The beginning of March, March 4th, and then March 30th right there. It's going to be grand. It's going to be grand. Got this. Hey, rest in peace, Betty Boop. You know, she was all about the booze and boobs right there. Match Game. I used to watch those old episodes of Match Game with my mom, actually. We got a custom sculpture of Martian Manhunter right here, painted by Mike Yuan right here. Look at that. Look at that. There's our boy. Yeah, that's right. That's Zack Snyder's Justice League Martian Manhunter right here. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful right there. Love it. Love it. And check this out. So, I'm looking forward to this. Like I grew up a Weird Al fan. Okay, loved Weird Al. I remember having the cassette tapes. That's right, the cassette tapes. Back in my day, kids, I had these plastic things with tape in them that you had to rewind, fast forward, and flip over. But yeah, I was a big-time Weird Al fan. And apparently there's going to be a biopic about Weird Al. That's going to be exclusively on the Roku channel. And Daniel Radcliffe is going to star as Weird Al. I love it. I love it. I can, you know, I mean, obviously, I can't really see it right now, but I'm sure, yeah, he's going to get the hair, he's going to get the bigger glasses and the mustache. But I love it. This is going to be grand. This is going to be grand right here. I know, it's an interesting casting, and I love it, though. I love it. Because I think Radcliffe, you know, he's had a very Harry Potter, he's had an interesting career. He really has. When it comes to like the indie work he's done, and there's a show on TBS that he was a part of that I actually enjoy. So yeah, very interesting. So there you go. And we figured out who our Thomas Wayne is. That's right. This handsome devil right here, which I don't know who he is, but his name, of course, is Luke Roberts. Apparently, he's best known. He was in Game of Thrones and whatnot. But yeah, he basically posted this right here. Let it be known that he is, in fact, playing Thomas Wayne, which we saw in this picture right there. So now we got to know who's playing Martha. Who's playing Martha? Now we're going to get that revealed hopefully soon. But yes, there's our Thomas Wayne right there for the Batman universe. Luke Roberts. Trying to remember, has he been in anything else? What's going on, Tony? How you doing? Yeah. And it's going to be interesting, so... All right, we got this. And look at Aisha Tyler even quote tweeted Steven's tweet yesterday. You know, so there you go. Even Aisha Tyler's getting involved with this. I mean, it's just so funny. How many people are just like, man, Joss, you fucking moron. Fucking moron. You got to love it, though. You got to absolutely love it. Got all that. Of course, we'll talk about Ray Fisher stuff. We'll be talking about Matt Reeves, talking about all that. And then, of course, there was like a campaign today for Release the Ayer Cut because it was David Ayer's birthday. I'm not sure exactly how many tweets it got, but hopefully, you know, it made some kind of a little bit of a trend that happened right here. But there's some art right there, which is cool. DCU movie page was going crazy on it, retweeting old some stuff and everything like that. So... hopefully it made some kind of something, and hopefully David Ayer saw all the things and saw everything, saw the birthday videos and everything. So this was pretty funny right here. This made me chuckle. Earthquake detection kit, yeah, which is just like the eyeballs that move with the pupils that move. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. I like it. But yeah, when there's an actual earthquake that happens, you just go, oh shit. Oscar Isaac, that's right. This man right here, look at him. Yeah, we got X-Men Apocalypse, which, yeah, the movie wasn't that great, but what can you do? And I guess he's coming back is he coming back for the 2099 Spider-Man? I think, did they even make that official? I don't know. And then, of course, I got Moon Knight. Don't forget Dune as Duke Leto, all that stuff, man. Just, yeah, Oscar Isaac, I tell you. All right, I guess DC and Warner Brothers kind of they changed up the logos a little bit when it came to Aquaman and the Flash. They just kind of tweaked them a little bit. So here's the new official logo. Oh, that's right. He's supposed to be in Metal Gear Solid. I totally forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me there, Average Gamer. I forgot. I mean, I love it because, you know, the more Oscar Isaac, the merrier for sure. Yes, I don't mind me a lot of Oscar Isaac. Love the guy. Love the guy. But, yeah, here's the new, I guess they kind of tweaked it a little bit. I like it. I dig it. I like the fact that it's got like the A's got like a green diamond-y, you know, look to it. Looks pretty cool. So not too shabby. Not too shabby. Here's some cool little posters right here for David Ayer's Suicide Squad. Love that. Okay, so Jensen Ackles fans. I can never say his last name right. So apparently... Jensen, did I say Jansen? Sorry, Jensen Ackles. I always feel like I'm saying his name wrong, but we all know who he is, of course. Apparently, he was just recently talking about the fact that he's got a role in some kind of secret DC project right here. So this is what he had to say about that. Ackles, there you go, Ackles. Thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate that. I love it when you guys sound it out for me. You guys are awesome because you guys know I butcher last names constantly. So this is what he had to say right here.
What's the one role you want, or what's the one Marvel movie or DC movie that you'd love to be a part of?
Oh gosh.
Come on.
Well, there is a DC property that currently developing right now with Warner Brothers and some other good partners that I've got my fingers crossed for. But again, I'm not going to talk about it because you don't want to jinx it.
No, you're not going to jinx it. I sent him. What's the one role you want, or what's the one?
Yeah,
Marvel
he's voiced
movie?
Batman. He voiced Batman in Long Halloween, which I thought he had a fantastic Batman voice. But what are we thinking here? What is he going for? What could Jensen be going for right here? Ockles. Yeah. What do we think here? I saw somebody I think respond to my tweet, and they said, "What about Booster Gold?" And I went, "Wow, that's not too shabby at all. I like that. I like that a lot. Booster Gold." I mean, obviously, we're hoping with the whole Blue Beetle movie that's going to be coming out is like we can get a little Booster Gold and we get that team up happening. So, I mean, they have to be thinking about Booster Gold, right? I wouldn't mind them as Booster Gold. Ockles, whatever. Yes, Elias. I was thinking that too. He would be a great Hal Jordan as well. But I mean, I'm kind of wondering how the whole Green Lantern Corps and the Green Lantern show, that thing, I don't know what is happening. That thing has been in development for so fucking long because guy with the ball cap is, I don't know, still attached to it, not still attached to it. Who knows what the fuck is going on with that guy? Still up there, but I don't know. We got Wonder Meg here. Hello. Hi, Meg. But I mean, when somebody brought up Booster Gold, I was actually okay with that. So I don't know. Are we thinking anything else? We're just kind of thinking what, Hal? Making like a Hal Jordan kind of thing or anything? I know. You know what? I never got into Supernatural. I will admit, I never got into Supernatural, but I've watched many episodes because anytime it's on, it's enjoyable. I don't know why I never fully got into the show. But yeah, I need to like dive into it. It's like one of those shows where it's just like when it's on, and I'll just watch it. I remember when I was in the hospital like 3 years ago, I watched like probably 5 or 6 episodes. Green Arrow, you think he's, okay. You're thinking that he might be Oliver? Going for Oliver right there? I don't know. Hear me out. Dieter as Booster Gold. Anyone? Yeah. I mean, yes. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about, what's his nuts? Yeah, Dieter from Army of Thieves, Army of the Dead. I'm thinking of Matthias. Yeah. He'd actually be a pretty good Booster Gold. I think he would be. Yeah. I think I would actually, he has the look, that's for sure. I think he'd be a great Booster Gold. Not Jason Todd. He's not going to be Jason Todd. He's a little too old to be Jason Todd, okay? The guy's like in his 40s. Throw the Jason. I know he cosplayed as Jason Todd at one point, but throw that out. He's a fully grown man. We don't need him as Jason Todd, but I do like the idea. I do like the idea of Booster Gold. I like the idea of Hal Jordan. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I was just kind of wanted to get your guys' idea of it. But, Nightwing, nah, he's too old for Nightwing. Well, I mean, I guess who knows? No, but see, when you listen to his words, like watch, listen to his words.
Property there's a DC property that currently developing right now with Warner Brothers and some other.
So it's currently developing.
That I've got my fingers crossed for.
It's got to be Green Lantern, right? Or it's got to be either one of those, Green Lantern or fucking Booster Gold. I don't know. I like the Booster Gold thing because they have to be developing a Booster Gold something, right? They have to be because they got Blue Beetle coming out. It's like we want that team up, don't we? I don't know. He might be going for. I think he might be going for Jordan. Because it's developing right now. It almost sounded like he said he was developing it, but he's not developing it. So I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting. So yeah. Anyway, so we'll see. Yeah, he's gonna be Batmite. There you go. We already found out that was canon. Obviously, Steve Agee's character and Peacemaker made Batmite can't. Hey, maybe he is. Who knows? If Batmite shows up in Peacemaker, it's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be funny. All right, moving along. There's of course some film junkie shots from yesterday. We'll be talking about that. I love this right here. This tweet's funny. I would have voted for Obama a third time if I could. It's exactly what this picture exudes. That character from fucking Get Out. Jesus Christ. This guy. Moron. Sigourney Weaver, everybody. Hot. And she's still pretty hot. I'm just saying. She still got it. But that was Sigourney Weaver back in the 80s. Yes. Very much crushed on her a lot. I mean, the end of Alien. Oh, man. I tell you. Of course, we'll talk about that. We got we got some word. Apparently, Geek Vibes Nation says was told the wheels might be finally. Was told the wheels might finally be starting to turn on the Tomb Raider sequel, with pre-production possibly starting up soon. Was also told Drew Pearce, who was part of Iron Man 3 and Hobbs and Shaw, was consulted to punch the script up a bit more. So. Yes, we want more of this. More Vikander fucking Lara Croft, please. Lara Croft. Please, I want more of that. So hopefully that kicks in the gear. Here's a good Mondo poster of Zack Snyder's Justice League, which I want on my wall. That looks so pretty. Oh, man. I want that Mondo poster. It looks like a Mondo poster. I think somebody actually probably made that to make it look like a Mondo poster. So I just saw it and I was like, cool. And Mike Judge, not only is he reviving Beavis and Butthead, but apparently he's going to be reviving King of the Hill. God damn it, Bobby. I sell propane and propane accessories. That's right. Oh, God damn it, Bobby. Yeah, that's right. There you go. There's my Hank Hill. How you like that? I've been doing that one for a while, actually. Yeah. So yeah, that's right. Propane accessories. Yeah. It's not too hard to do a Hank Hill, to be honest. I'll bust that one out every now and again. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it because I love King of the Hill. So, I'll definitely watch it. I'll see the revival, just like Beavis and Butthead. So, yeah, I'm down for it. Yep. Yeah, and we'll talk about that, of course. Doing all that. 14 years ago today, Matt Reeves gave us Cloverfield, which he evolved the fucking found footage genre, which, come on. This movie was fucking just insane. I love this movie. I mean, found footage of monsters, a big, huge monster rampaging through New York. It was so good. So good, and it was just the campaign, J.J. Abrams doing the campaign and everything being such a mystery. Just so freaking good, man. It's so freaking good. I haven't watched it in a while. I'll have to watch it again because I love that movie. When it comes to the found footage genre, I fucking love that movie. Love it. Hey, here's Pattinson if he was wearing the 89 Batman costume. There you go. You know me. I love that logo. Looks a little weird right there, though. Almost looks like a birthday cake. But it's fine. I still thought it was cool. I like it. Valkyrie, Mr. Alex Valkyrie. Good stuff, yes. And then there's Angelina Jolie in Eternals, just kind of doing her ballet thing, which I thought was awesome. Hey, I mean, well, I still get to watch Eternals again, but I mean, come on, the cinematography, and Angelina Jolie was a fucking badass. I mean, cinematography was beautiful. Angelina Jolie was a badass. It was kind of, it was good. And then speaking of updated logos, there it is. There's the Flash logo, updated a little bit. I don't know, there's something going on the top of the emblem right there. Yeah, but it looks a little more, they're going to keep on updating it probably. But yeah, it's got it's almost like, I don't know, lightning or electricity just kind of, scraped into the emblem right there. I don't know. It's pretty cool. They kind of made it a little more sharp right there. I like it. So there we go. Okay. Let's start off with the first topic right here. All right. So obviously yesterday was a 2-hour long Film Junkee Live. Because we went through, I didn't even go through the entire stupid fucking Vulture article of Joss Whedon speaking out, coming out of the darkness, looking more pale than he actually did before, the fucking vampire. And we went through most of it. And hopefully you guys had a good time with that as we, talked a lot of shit about Mr. Whedon. I mean, it really sounds like the guy still needs a lot of help because, taken away from that article and that interview and everything like that, he admitted to some weird shit, crazy shit, and didn't take any responsibility, really. No responsibility. I mean, that's, talk about a true narcissist right there, which is what we kind of gathered. I mean, he basically was like, oh, this is going to be a good idea, and just shoot yourself in the fucking foot, essentially, which is great. And then, of course, we were going to get responses from people, and I hope more responses come to be. But naturally, like, remember Ray Fisher, he said that it was Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so he wasn't going to say anything. He was going to celebrate the man, the icon, and everything. He didn't want to do it, and he said he'd get to work tomorrow, which is today. So, yes, Ray Fisher, of course, did some tweeting talking about the interview with Joss Whedon, and let's go over it right here. Let's go over Ray's tweets. And then we'll go over, some of the other stuff too. Well, actually, I think the first thing I'm going to do is, obviously, we already, we heard about Gal Gadot. She actually responded first. So, let's see right here. So, this was pretty much on Good Morning America. They talked about this.
At our GMA cover story, Gal Gadot is holding her ground this morning after
holding her
Hollywood
ground.
director Joss Whedon denied allegations that he mistreated her on the Justice League film set back in 2017. Whedon spoke out in a New York Magazine interview. Zareen Shah has the details. Good morning, Zareen.
Shah.
Hey, good morning, George. The actress who played Wonder Woman is in a war of words with one of Hollywood's biggest directors. She said he threatened her job. He responded saying English is not her first language, leaving it up to fans to interpret what happened.
Ugh. Gross.
I belong to no one. This morning, Wonder Woman star Gal Gadot standing up for herself.
As she should.
In a new article for New York Magazine, the famed director of hits like The Avengers and the creator of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Joss Whedon, now on defense that he threatened Gadot's career while filming the 2017 film.
God, the news just doesn't. There we go. Let's get.
What
the fuck?
Career
You're
is
right
miserable.
there. So pretty much, he threatened my career and said that if, we all know that quote right there.
When these stories start to come out, it makes people feel that
so there's a
they've been
writer
betrayed.
right there,
And,
Leela Shapiro.
He's of course responsible for his behavior.
Now, more than 8 months later, Whedon speaking out for the first time about Gadot's allegations, telling New York Magazine, "I don't threaten people. Who does tie him to a railroad track
already know that.
and do it over his dead body?" Gadot telling the magazine in an email, "I understood perfectly."
That's right.
Whedon,
There
famed
you
for
go.
working on projects with
Punch him in the
female
face.
characters, also answering to accusations of misogyny.
When his ex-wife came forward and called him a hypocrite preaching feminist ideals, there are, I think, clearly patterns that emerge when you look at the stories side by side.
Whedon admitting to the magazine he slept with employees, fans, and colleagues while working on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which eventually led to his
love that
marriage
it's making
ending.
the rounds
Whedon
right
now
there.
telling the magazine's reporter Lila Shapiro that
God, he looks like a creep. Doesn't he just look like the biggest fucking creep? The biggest fucking creep. But we all saw, Gadot said she's not going to ever work with him again. Would never, ever work with him again, which we know that. So, but I love the fact that Good Morning America had a cover story that had all this right here, in the fact that, they had Gadot's response and everything. So fucking fantastic. Jesus Christ. Jody, I believe in Joss Whedon. Jesus Christ. So ridiculous. All right, so this was the first tweet that Ray posted today, which was, before I get started today, I want to thank you all for lifting and supporting everyone that has been negatively affected by Joss Whedon. I was not the first to speak out about him, but I hope to be one of the last that has to. So that was the first tweet right there. Then he followed it up with, we said, "The irony is Walter Hamada, cocksucker, is probably kicking himself right now for trying to throw Joss Whedon under the bus. Had Walter waited, he would have seen Joss had already bought a round trip to run himself over." Ouch! Love it. Yeah, remember Walter Hamada hit up Ray to basically throw, hey, I'll give you Joss as long as you don't touch Jeff Johns. He is DC royalty. We got to keep him, okay? He's just that we got to protect him with all costs. But we'll give you the ginger. It's fine. We'll give you the Ginger, but we can't give you Jeff. Sorry. Ugh. But yeah, great tweet right there by Ray. Love it. Great tweet right there. It's good. And then he said right here, Joss Whedon had nearly 2 years to get his story straight. He's likely spent tens, if not hundreds, of thousands of dollars on PR, crisis management, and coaching. And his response to the allegations is, they all misunderstood and or are out to get me. Also, my mom is sexy? Exactly. That was weird. That was one of the first things reading that article, and it was like, did he just call his mom sexy? What? What? Okay. Well, we all know, I mean, it was just even reading that article, dude has serious mommy issues. I mean, we always talk about the reverse a lot, about daddy issues. No, there's mommy issues too. Mommy issues, and there's something very much that happens with Joss that's going on. But called her sexy? What? So weird, man. Yeah, that was fucking strange. Strange. Very strange. All right. Then the next tweet was, I'm starting a team called the Malevolent, I can never say that word right, but yeah, you guys know what it is. Who wants in. Joss Whedon need not apply. So a lot of us, of course, were like, yeah, we're in. We'll be that. Hey, Mama Film Junkie's here. Is she here? Hey, Mama Film Junkie. There you go. See, I don't have mommy issues. That's for sure. Joss Whedon has mommy issues. I don't have mommy issues. My mom's awesome. So that's right. She raised me well, even though I gave her a hard time, as you guys saw on the Vodka stream. And then he posted this right here. He posted, yeah. I always get, I don't know why that word always just F's me up. Yes, malevolent. Jesus Christ. Malevolent. Jeez. I don't know why I can never say that word. It always it gives me a little marble mouth, as many words do. Anyways, continuing. Ray Fisher right here says, Joss Whedon, I don't threaten people. Who does that? The world? I don't know. Maybe the guy that used to spend his free time plotting elaborate revenges on his own family? And then, of course, posted this part right here. On weekends and in summers, he would pass his mornings pacing the long driveway of his family's second home, a farmhouse near, I don't even know, I'm not even going to try, making up science fiction universes or plotting elaborate revenges on my brothers. This guy had a seriously fucked up, there's a lot of things right here. This is seriously a villain origin story, when it comes to this. When it comes to all this, it's just I tell you what, when it comes to all this, it just kind of shows you, there's seriously, when they start talking about his past, and how people are talking about his past, it really is a villain origin story. And he ended up very much turning into a villain. One of the worst. Okay? And then, of course, right here, Charisma Carpenter, she tweeted out this today. So this is what she had to say today, which she came out. Good old Charisma Carpenter. Obviously, we know that Joss Whedon apparently gave her a hard time when she got pregnant. When it came to, came to Angel, right? The spinoff Angel. And she came out and said all that stuff. Malevolent force. There you go. I can say it right now. Hashtag I stand with Ray Fisher. The malevolent. See, I always mess up on that. Malevolent force. And bad actor in both senses, who poisoned my feeble mind with trendy buzzwords and corrupt ideas about my experiences with a former tyrannical, narcissistic boss who is still unable to be accountable and just apologize. Exactly. It's just fucking apologize and be accountable. I believe Gal Gadot not only understands career threats in English, but also in Hebrew and Arabic, possibly French, Spanish, and Italian too. Yeah, how many languages does she actually know? Okay, how many? She probably is very well educated in many languages. And the fact that he fucking said that in an interview, Jesus Christ. And then she said right here, to anyone struggling with alcoholism or addiction of any kind today, it is never too late to get help. If you are willing to seek treatment, practice rigorous honesty, and are of service to others, there is a very good chance you will be free to live your life on life's terms. With compassion, humility, and love in your heart. So that's what Charisma Carpenter had to say right there. She came out and said all that, which good on her. Of course, Ray posted that. And then the last, I think this was like the last tweet, one of the last tweets. No, he didn't have, he had one more tweet. But then he said this right here. Hashtag, I stand with Charisma Carpenter, who, like this bad actor in both senses, has no agency in determining matters of abuse or race, but for the influence of a white male shadow puppeteer. New York Magazine and Lily Shapiro should be ashamed for regurgitating this nonsense. And then he posted this part right here. Some of Whedon's defenders propose a theory. What if Fisher had been doing Snyder's bidding? Without furnishing proof, they speculated that Snyder had tricked Fisher into thinking Whedon was racist. Or maybe Fisher was perfectly well, his allegations were bullshit. Either way, the actor and director had manufactured controversy that made Snyder seem like a progressive ally while diverting attention from the fact that their early cut had been a disaster. Whedon's advocates believed his campaign had poisoned Carpenter against Whedon, causing her to see the complicated story of their relationship as a simplistic narrative of abuse. Once someone lights a fuse and people see there's a flame, they run to it and throw stuff into it, one person in Whedon's circle said. So we actually read that part yesterday. Fucking bullshit, because there's no way, especially with everything that Snyder was going through when it came to Justice League and then why he had to leave. Why the fuck would he just like do something like that? Why would he do something like that? So goddamn ridiculous. And then, of course, we got that. That's pretty cool. I like that drawing. And then he said right here, all right, last thing, please don't put me on a pedestal. I've made more mistakes and apologies in life than I can count. Taking accountability for our actions and how they may have affected others can be some of the hardest work to do, but we must try in earnest to do it. I like this tweet right here from Ray because now he's kind of going like, hey, everybody putting him on a pedestal, and, you know, of course, we're supporting Ray no matter what, and you got the hashtag I stand with Ray Fisher, all of that stuff, you know, he's just kind of going like, hey, you know, don't think I'm some kind of saint. Don't think I'm some kind of like, oh, savior of all this, even though we might think of him a little bit like that. He's just kind of being like, hey, remember, I make mistakes too. Everybody makes mistakes, no matter what. Even if you're trying to do good, sometimes you're just going to make mistakes. Okay? So I like that he tweeted that last because, you know, that's good. That's honorable. I love that. After all this and, like, you know, kind of throwing some shade, I actually thought he was going to go buck wild and really start picking the article and the interview apart like crazy. But, you know, he kind of just, you know, he only had about, 4 or 5 tweets. I thought he was going to go like super buck wild when it came to a lot of things and reveal some more stuff. But maybe he's going to save that for an interview. Maybe his people said, hey, pump the brakes a little bit, man. You know, this could get bad or whatever the hell. I don't know. I don't know the whole details on that, but I do like the fact that he said that was the last thing. Because, you know, I mean, there's certain things too where, I mean, he probably even thought maybe I didn't take the right approach. I mean, I know there was things like that were going on behind the scenes when it came to the campaign of like revealing this and the jail investigation, that I was kind of, you know, putting my ear out. I was like, what? Maybe I could talk about that a little bit more on the members post-show stream. But, you know, it's, you just never know how these things are going to play out. And I think when it came to Ray wanting to really just get out there and reveal everything, people told him, like, no, you got to stop a little bit. Even though he was putting his career on the line, and he said, fuck it, I'm going to put my career on the line, which is so honorable, and we love him for it. But maybe there was like a moment where it's like, all right, we got to like kind of pump the brakes on this a little bit too much. And I think even like when it came to like the big time rehire Ray Fisher campaign for Flash, I'm not sure if that was actually going to be part of it because, like I said, he was standing true. He was standing true to be like, hey, I'm not going to work with Hamada and his people. I'm just not. Okay, and I've told you guys that the Muschiettis tried to get him in the Flash movie. They wanted him in the Flash movie. There's a version of the script that has Cyborg in it. Maybe after Discovery comes in, and if Zaslav starts cleaning house and we can get Walter Hamada out of there and the people out of there, maybe there could be something that could be added later on. I don't know. I know a lot of people are hoping for that. I'm hoping for that too, but who knows if that's actually going to be the case. But that's why, when it comes to the Muschiettis and the Flash movie, I can't fully just, even though it's so much controversy that is attached to it, which sucks. But I'm like, Muschiettis are good people. They're good fucking people. They were trying to get Ray in this movie. They 100% were. I've heard that more than once from reliable people. So, it's no just like, just trust me, bro. I heard it from my source. No, I'm just saying, trust me, they're good fucking sources, okay? Really good sources. So I'm just saying when it comes to that. But yeah, I just like the fact that he tweeted that out there right now, So it's okay. I know some people, I could see somebody doesn't agree with it. It's fine. It's fine, but he's standing true. He wanted to just be like, nope, he didn't want to do it. So he didn't want to do it. But anyways, all right. So there you go. I think those are good responses. It's going to be interesting to see if anybody else responds. I mean, obviously, we heard from Ben Affleck recently when he was promoting the Tender Bar. He didn't go into detail, but he did say it was a horrible experience on Justice League. I'm wondering if we'll ever hear his side of the story. I would not be surprised when Ben's in his 50s. I would not be surprised if he writes a memoir book about just the career that he's had, the ups and the downs, because we know he's had many ups and many downs. And I'm wondering if he's ever going to release a book, memoir about all his whole career. And then this is going to be a good chunk of it too. And he's going to go into detail on what he wanted to do. I mean, I've told you guys, he wanted to walk off the set of reshoots. He didn't want to do those fucking things. Who would want to do that? Who would want to do that? Nobody would want to do that. Yeah, nobody would want to do those reshoots. Damn, y'all coming for what? Who, what? I know. We're coming for Jose? Yeah. Who's coming for Jose? Did he not see the most people loved? I know, exactly. That was another thing, too. It's like, one of the stupidest things about the article is like him saying that Ray was a bad actor. And it's like, I mean, I guess when he said those quotes, it was before the Snyder Cut came out. But then again, he talked about, what's so funny about that is he said that didn't make logical sense. Okay. So this is what's so funny about, and I just want to point this out real quick. And then hopefully I can find the image, but, he said that the Cyborg storyline didn't make sense. All right. He said it didn't make any logical sense. And we all seen the story. Let's see. We all seen the story. Where can I find it? I can't find it. But we all remember. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if I can find it. We all know what image I'm looking for right here, right? Let's see. I can't. Jeez, what the hell? Hold on. Where's it at? Okay, so we got that. Where's that one? I can't find it in Google Images, but we all know what I'm looking for, right? The image of obviously Ray strapped to that whatchamacallit, the reshoots that he did where, where he basically his whole body was intact except for his legs had something on it. Remember there was that whole reshoot that they were trying to make it his accident not so gruesome, Not so gruesome where it wasn't as bad, and it just, how did that make any sense? Why the fuck would you go, okay, Cyborg, he lost the use of his legs, so his dad designed, did this whole thing with whatever and in the mother box to just that didn't make logical sense, okay? I mean, what he tried to do with Cyborg's story just made no logical sense at all. But what ZACK was doing was he made him the heart of the story. And I mean, that third part that's strictly all about him, right? Is the third part or is the fourth part? I'm trying to remember now. third part, right? And I mean, I don't know how you could see that and just make that. I think Joss just kind of looked at all that, and maybe it was before all the visual effects were done, and he just didn't know what he could do with all that. I don't know. So he just said, no, just take it all out. Take it all out. We'll redo that. I don't know. I'm just trying to go through his head like that. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Yeah, completely contradicted BVS. I mean, it will make sense. It'll make sure to use Jose as a... I know. What are you guys talking about with Jose? What happened with Jose? Russian family made no sense. Yeah, there was a lot of things that made no sense. You know, Flash falling on Wonder Woman, which is one of the reasons why Gal didn't want to partake in that, and that was a stunt. Yeah. I mean, recycling that joke, I mean, that's just... I guess that's just a fantasy that Joss Whedon has, is he wants to fall on somebody's boobies, which, okay... I guess. I mean, he already used that joke in Age of Ultron when it came to Banner and Natasha, which, you know, we all heard that he apparently referred to Gal as Natasha also. I don't know. Stupid Pet Cemetery. Jeez. Ugh. So gross, man. Yeah. I don't know. Jose, apparently you're canceled. I don't know. What is, I don't know. I was just looking down, man, and I kept on saying, like, what is happening with Jose? Well, Shay, you're my boy, man. You're my moderator. I gotta make sure you're okay. You know, if you said something wrong, I gotta fire you. I'm just saying. I'm just kidding. I'll never fire you. I won't take your privileges away. Don't worry. Yeah. Age of Ultron was trash. Age of Ultron had its moments, but overall, not strong. Not strong. Yeah, definitely not strong. And yeah, fuck Joss Whedon. That's all we gotta say, right? Okay. More Batgirl stuff. That's right. We're going to be talking about Batgirl a lot because obviously they're shooting right now, so why wouldn't we want to talk about more Batgirl? But this time we got a better look. I mean, not a better. I mean, I guess you could say it's a better kind of image, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. Where are we at here? Do I got it? There we go. Okay. So, I mean, obviously, you know, we got accounts like Batgirl Film News, which some people think that it's Warner Brothers that's handling this, and I can assure you that it is fan accounts, but hey, let those conspiracy theorists say whatever these accounts are. We got her motorcycle right here, I guess. Yeah, look at that. Hefty. It's a BMW. Kind of nice. Bab's new set of wheels. We got a set video right there, of course. We have, we got Leslie Grace right there, Leslie Grace right here. Then preparing for the shoot. There's doing like that. And then we got Jacob Scipio, I guess. We're still wondering exactly who he is, but apparently he's in this scene. Now, it could be Falcone's, it's related to Falcone, right? There's a possibility he might be part of that family. We still don't know exactly who he is. And then we have Bressie right here. Bressie. This shot's really beautiful, by the way. And this is from jimmckearney.com right there. So make sure you, he's probably got some other great images like that. We got some more images of her. We got some goggles, guys. Goggles! So that's pretty cool. That's very Batgirl, Batman-esque right here. But yeah, here's the shot right here. So comparing the shot that they released and then this shot right here, I'm going to say that this shot's a little bit better over here. I don't know. I just kind of, I mean, obviously it's not super clear. You can't really see. I mean, the color's different, but of course the lighting is different. I don't know. I'm digging this shot right here of her right here. I don't know. Somebody even on my timeline was like, well, you can actually see her figure a little more. That adds to it, which that does add to it. Whether it's a male or female superhero, you kind of want to see what they're working with. I mean, that was always the part of the superhero lore is like you want to see the body shape in the costume a little bit. And I think, yeah, maybe this kind of shows her fit figure just a little bit more than it does over here. Maybe not a lot of bit, but she's sticking the hip out just a little bit more, maybe. I don't know. But I think it looks, compared to this, I mean, looks pretty good. So, this is just making the purple pop a little bit more. So, but this right here, looking pretty good with the goggles. So, not too shabby. So there you go. Just a better look. And then, of course, there's a look of her right there on on a raised platform right there on the set. She's just right there. So, yeah, not looking too shabby. Here we go. Full costume right there with goggles, guys. Goggles. I like it. Giving that detectiveness to her. Obviously, she's going to have access to that. So, Helios, yes, we're all praying for a Man of Steel 2. Yes, we want a Man of Steel 2. Yes, we get that. We get that. We got it, man. We got it. Looks a lot more suited for the Nightmare now. And there you go. She would definitely. And we always wondered if Babs was actually in the Nightmare at one point. Remember, there's that redheaded girl that's in there. It's like, oh, is that Babs? Is that Carrie Kelly? It's a question you need to ask Zach right there. Or is it just somebody random that just has red hair? Who knows? But I don't know. I just like that shot. I mean, some people, I don't mind it when people make jokes. They're like, yeah, it's just only because it's a set. It's just kind of funny, though, because, we talked about it on the Vodka stream, talked about it yesterday, is the fact that it was great that Warner Brothers got ahead of it. They got ahead of of course, they're going to be shooting outside, so we might as well shoot an image and show the costume, put it out there before some blurry set images comes out. And it turns out the set image looked a little bit better. It's like, well, sometimes that's just the case, I guess. I don't know. I mean, in some cases, it doesn't look as good. Some cases it does. I don't know. But I thought that shot actually looked just a little bit better. Babs looked a little bit better. So there you go. Okay. Now we got Matt Reeves. Matt Reeves talking some Batman. I think we got some Pattinson talking about Batman too. All right, so this was all today stuff. He had some quotes. He was in a Premiere PR, I believe that's what it is. Yes, Robert Pattinson. Yeah, Premiere FR, not PR. FR. So these are just quotes, and I don't have the actual page or anything like that. I just got the quotes. Again, the Batman film news. The Batman film news. So there's just a lot of stuff right here too. So this is where, obviously, when this came out, this is where these guys found this. So if you're following them, follow them. So this is where, of course, we found out that Luke Roberts is playing Thomas Wayne right there. He posted on his Instagram, so that's cool. There's that guy. He looks like he could play Pattinson's dad. And then we got Robert Pattinson right here. He said, when you start playing Batman, I guess it's the same for everyone before me. You got your idea of the character, except that you quickly realize that if you want to play him for real, it's going to be far more complicated than that. Then he said right here, if you just want to tell yourself, okay, it's Batman, nothing special, you will lose your self-confidence. What am I doing in this suit? It's stupid. So you need strong foundations. Really believe what you have done to create the character. And then he finished off by saying, by the way, Bruce Wayne does nothing else. He must convince himself that he is Batman when he wears the suit. So that obsession, that dual, the dual personalities, which technically he has 3 personalities if you really think about it. So they're really going to be diving into that. Like I said, Matt Reeves, read Batman Ego. That's one of the things that he was going to be referencing. Matt Reeves on the Batman. I absolutely wanted to tell this new story as if it was happening in the real world. I was very inspired by the raw look of comics such as Batman Ego, Batman Year One. Batman isn't a traditional superhero, by the way. By the way, he's not even really a superhero. His only power is anonymity. It's a guy trying to settle his neurosis by playing the vigilante. He is almost addicted to that, as you can be for a drug. And then he goes, I got a real revelation when I reread Year One from Frank Miller. There is nothing functional or practical about being Batman. How do you go for a walk in town? You can't even be Bruce Wayne because he is too famous. That's why you're going to see him disguise himself like that. In the comics, Wayne takes briefly the identity of someone who looks like Travis Bickle from Taxi Driver. Wonderful idea. Miller tried to anchor something improbable, which is Batman in the form of reality. He wonders what would happen in real life, and for it to work, you need a third iteration of the character. This is the kind of idea that guided us a lot in the conception of the film. Like I said, third There's like, it's not just Bruce Wayne and Batman. There's also going to be, there's another one there too when it comes to his personalities or his alter egos, you know. There's got to be a second alter ego for Bruce. And I love that. They're going to be totally diving into that, so that's good. And then it says right here, the interesting thing is that this Batman practically lives in the gutter. He's nowhere at home except on the street when he's wearing the costume. He lives a criminal life, but without committing crimes. I felt like I could get something out of that. Anyway, I could only play a superhero if he was really dirty. Haha, he laughs. Because we all know Pattinson's a bit of a jokester. Matt Reeves on the detective aspect. So this is great right here because we want to see more detectiveness, that noirness of Batman, which, you know, we've gotten a little bit before, but not so much. The detective aspect occupies a large part of the Batman, and it has always been an anecdotal element in the other films. The explanation is simple. It's super hard. The big challenge is to explain how and why a guy with a batsuit shows up on crime scenes. Yeah, exactly. Robert told me something that I love. I think you almost have to see him as a shaman in those moments. And the very fact of being masked sets him apart. He doesn't need to think about how he reacts to others, so his senses are sharpened. His awareness is increased. He's someone who has dealt with his grief and who puts it under the rug by focusing on the details, by connecting the clues, by becoming a great detective, a pure block of neurosis that investigates Sherlock Holmes style. So that's going to be interesting to see how Matt Reeves shoots all that when he's like being a detective. And then it says right here, Robert Pattinson, something spoke to me in this character, and yet I had never thought about it. I never even auditioned for a superhero movie. I was doing completely opposite cinema, and I was very happy to shoot in weird movies. Yeah, he was doing, after Twilight, he said, fuck that shit. I'm going to do indie films. So, thank God, right? Matt Reeves on Rob's performance. I knew that Robert could bring the necessary depth to the character, revealing an inner turmoil. On screen, we rely on the character more than on the universe in the end, and for that, you need a high-caliber actor. And yeah, he definitely built himself up in the indie ring. Robert did what no Batman had done before, show emotions by wearing the costume and the mask, and that's crazy work. I mean, I would say some of the others showed some emotions, but I get it. Matt Reeves on the creative freedom. So here we go, guys. Warner Brothers giving Matt Reeves creative freedom. I told Warner Brothers that I had to be given the freedom to do the definitive Batman movie. Impossible to launch halfway into a Batman. Impossible to do it as an amateur. Aim for the stars. That doesn't mean we'll get there, but if we leave without ambition, it's bound to be a disaster. I will not have tolerated to miss on the comic book character that I like the most. So we got some creative freedom, a little bit of that. Always good. And then Matt Reeves on the Batman. It needed a strong angle. The whole point was to tell from Batman's point of view a story where he would be in free fall, crushed. The trap is to be overwhelmed by the gallery of villains who have crazy charisma. The process of solving the crime had to be tied to something very personal to him. He had to be shaken to the very depths of his being. And what is disturbing in these series of murders is that each time the culprit leaves a card for Batman. So we get all the different, of course, the Riddler stuff that's going all to the Batman. He does not understand why we write to him, and it disturbs him a lot. No one is supposed to know me. Yeah, I mean, imagine trying to, stay in the shadows and keep your identity a secret, and this is like year 2.5 of this Batman, and somebody knows exactly, pretty much who you kind of are. So it's going to be interesting. So there you go, guys. It's just some stuff that came out of Premiere FR with Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson. Kind of shows you right there. I mean, remember when we heard that Matt Reeves was going to direct Batman when it was Ben Affleck? Let's just say when Ben Affleck tweeted, "Welcome to the Batcave, Matt Reeves," I think Ben was already checked out. Just listening to his recent interviews and what happened with Justice League and everything, he was already checked out. He was already checked out, even though, like, but of course, just for appearances at the time, they probably just said, like, don't say you're out yet. And just, and just already, just welcome Matt Reeves to the whole thing. And that's it. And then even, like, I think it was at Comic-Con or somewhere, he said, like, I would be an ape for Matt Reeves. That had to be terrible for Ben too, because in his mind he was probably like, I'm fucking done with this shit because of what has happened, and Matt Reeves is going to do his own thing and I'm not going to be a part of it, but I have to play the whole fucking PR game where it's like, well, yeah, maybe I'm going to be, yeah. It just sounds to me like from the start it was never going to be Matt Reeves directing Ben Affleck. It was never going to be that. Like, Ben was just done after his experience on Justice League. He was fucking done. I mean, luckily, he has come back, of course, for ZACK and, of course, for the Flash movie. But, yeah, it just kind of shows you right there. I think he was just, I don't think, Matt Reeves is totally like, I want to do a definitive Batman movie in the way that I wanted to do. And I think, and Ben was just absolutely just, after what happened in Justice League, he was done. He was absolutely done. So, there you go. There you go. It's still going to be something pretty fantastic, I would say. Can't wait. What do we got? A month and a half till this movie comes out? Oh, it's going to just be so goddamn beautiful, so goddamn gorgeous. I love it. I can't wait. All right. So HBO. So a new article came out from Variety that kind of shining some light on trending. Because we all know in the streaming world now, it's not just about like how many people have watched the thing. It's like how much it's talked about. There's so many different analytics that they look at now. And of course, Twitter trends, that's always going to be a big factor when it comes to determining the popularity of a show or a movie. Always do that. HBO leads Twitter buzz when teen angst heroes in video games. That's right. So here's a little graph right here. Here's a little breakdown right here. So pretty much HBO Max is kind of killing it when it comes to Twitter trends. Euphoria is number one, of course, which I have not watched, but I hear it's great. I hear a lot of people talking about it. I've even talked to people who've seen it, and they say it's great. So one of these days, I'm going to have to do it. Peacemaker, or as some refer to as Pissmaker, is number two. And I'm kind of wondering, I'm like, yeah, well, half of them are at least the people that didn't want to give it a shot, wanted to trash on it with every opportunity, and tweeted about it for 17 hours a day. Good job! You wanted to shit on this movie, but guess what? You keep talking about it. It's part of the analytics. That's why I always say, you don't like something, you could say maybe a couple things about it, but move on. Don't tweet about it for 2 straight weeks if you don't like it, because guess what? It's going to rise in popularity when it comes to this stuff. But yeah, look at how many engagements it got. 295K. This is between January 10th and January 16th. This is just like the past week right here. And then we got, of course, the Golden Globes, which I'm surprised that is. Emily in Paris. We got Last of Us, which is also HBO. Book of Boba Fett. Yeah, Book of Boba Fett's not as huge. I think a lot of people were hoping that Book of Boba Fett was going to be, it was going to be the next big thing. But I think a lot of people are kind of like, it's okay. Mandalorian was huge. I mean, I think a lot of people are waiting for Kenobi. But when it comes to the Disney series, I mean, it even feels like Hawkeye had more traction. But maybe it was because of the whole Kingpin thing. I don't know. But yeah, it seems like Book of Boba Fett, not so many people talking about it as much. So then we got Legend of Vox Machina, and on Amazon. And then we got Naomi, which is on the CW. What's happening with the CW? Is that still being sold? I don't know. I didn't check out Naomi yet. I don't know if it's exactly for me. Again, it's not for me. I'm not going to talk about it. And, anything that's not for me, I'm not going to talk about it 24/7. Jesus Christ. All of Us Are Dead, Netflix, and then our beloved summer Netflix. So, yeah, look at that. So, there's just some Twitter trends. Like I said, it's part of it. It's part of what they look at when it comes to the numbers. Okay? I mean, that's why it was so great when Restore the SNYDER'S, hashtag, when that was like 1.5, whatever the fuck. It's just, that blew up like crazy, 1.5 mil. And, They look at that stuff. You know, the people that are going to be coming in and taking over the Warner regime are looking at that stuff. So numbers. So, but it's just kind of funny. You know, like Peacemaker, when I see people who are just hate it so much, and they keep saying like nobody's talking about it. I'm like, okay, you're in your own bubble. You can't just be in your own bubble and say that nobody's talking about it, because I saw so many people talking about it last week. I mean, it was just nonstop. And I'm not saying I'm like, oh, it's the best show ever, but I'm not saying it's the worst thing ever. I'm actually enjoying it. Curious to see where it goes. I wasn't sold on it at first, but guess what? After watching those first 3 episodes, I got sold on it. Okay? That's all I needed. All right, cool. I know. Such a shill. I should stop being a shill. You're such a shill, Dave. Such a shill. Now I just want to watch. I just want to be fucking entertained. Is that all? Is that too much to ask for? Jeez. Anyways. Okay. So that's all the topics. Let's go to the Twitter questions. And then, of course, we'll wrap it up, and then we'll do the members only. You guys can pick my brain a little bit. All right, here we go. Okay. Mr. Brad. So aside from making Whedon look worse than he already did, I think the only thing his interview accomplished was putting Ray's situation with Walter back into the public spotlight. It's at a point where I don't think they can keep pussyfooting. I always loved that term, pussyfoot. I mean, it sounds weird, you know, and your first thought might be a very gross thought, but still, I was like pussyfooting. Around is much longer. Okay, so yeah. It's at the point where I don't think they can keep pussyfooting around much longer. Yeah, I know, especially with the merger happening. And I mean, if Ray keeps on pushing Walter Hamada, I mean, that could, you know, with bad press and all this stuff. And obviously this wasn't good. You know, Dave Zaslav's just sitting here watching all that. Him and his team are just kind of watching and looking at all this. So, yeah, they really can't. That's why it's like, I mean, as much as it was gross that they wrote this article, you know, what's her name? Shapiro wrote this article about Joss Whedon. It's actually benefiting. It's benefiting people. It's benefiting this whole situation because of just how much of a fucking narcissist he is, that he thought he can actually get away with the shit that he said in that interview. Eric, you know, in ScarJo's defense, I can't help looking at her quick praise of Whedon and seeing it similarly to how Ray Fisher had to praise Justice League like a company man. Give her time, she may come clean. What do you think? That could always be the case. Who knows? I mean, who could always be the case. I don't think she'll ever praise Joss Whedon anymore. That would be dumb. I don't think that'll ever happen again, but, you know, we shall see. Carrie. Hey, Dave. You've ranked your Spider-Man films. Are you going to be ranking for MCU movies and shows from 2021? That's 9 MCU stories that we got last year. I'm moving through my MCU Phase 4 rewatch, and I think Hawkeye and Falcon and Winter Soldier are my top 2 Disney Plus shows. My MCU fan heart is happy. I didn't do the shows. I just ranked the movies. You know, I didn't rank the shows, so. But yeah, Hawkeye was actually more enjoyable than I thought it was going to be. When I first saw the trailers, I was like, okay. But then it was like, hey, you know, Haley Steinfeld, I love you. I love you. Anyways, VF, do you think Joss Whedon can still save his career after this scandal? No. Fuck no. Nobody's going to want to touch him. If anything, he might do like indie films or something like that. But I mean, you know what's funny? Meg, if you're still out there, Meg, who works at a comic book shop, all the Buffy or Angel comic books no longer have his name on the cover. It used to be that his name would be on the cover because, you know, created by Joss Whedon. But now, you know, now it's hidden inside. They don't want to put his name even on the cover of Buffy comic books anymore, all right? That's how much he tarnished his own name. So, yeah, that's where you kind of look at it. That's your wife? Okay. I mean, she just had a kid, so, I mean, that's going to be rough there, Jose. Ryan. Yeah, but yeah, I'm just saying, Meg showed me that today. She took a couple pictures of new Buffy books. no Joss Whedon on the cover, yeah, if you open it up, it'll still have his name, because they have to put his name still, because he did create the whole fucking universe, like with all that stuff. He did create the characters, but it used to be big on the cover. No longer is it on the cover. They have all the other names that are associated with the books, and they just kind of just hide Joss Whedon's name inside. So that just shows you right there that nobody wants to deal with that fucking name anymore because it's so recognizable, and now he tarnished it like a motherfucker. Yeah, so anyways, happy Tuesday, this is Ryan. Happy Tuesday, Dave. Have you seen The Last Duel yet? Not yet. It's on HBO Max. Yes, I have. I'm not going to the movies this week, so Thursday, I'm going to watch The Tender Bar. I'm going to have a Ben Affleck night. I'm going to watch The Tender Bar, and I'm going to watch The Last Duel. Okay, and then somehow I got to find The Tragedy of Macbeth. I got to fit that one in there too, because I'm dying to see that movie as well. So I'll try to find time to watch that over the weekend. I don't know which one I'll watch first, maybe. I don't know. But Thursday, I think it's going to be a Ben Affleck kind of night. I'm going to watch The Last Duel. I'm going to watch The Tender Bar. So we'll see. And I'll do quick reviews on them if you guys want me to. You guys want me to do some reviews on those? I will. Just quick ones. Nothing like too in-depth. Cooper Knox, I just realized your new hairstyle resembles Deathstroke's hairdo from... maybe not so much. It's, it's short on the sides, but it's not very... His was more Mohawk-like. His was way like, whoop, But yeah, she did go pretty high on the sides. Usually, like, I try to blend it in, but she just kind of went whop, 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 and I was like, all right, whatever, I don't give a shit. It looks fine. But yeah, I could see what you're talking about a little bit, and she kind of kept it I kept it a little longer than I usually do, too, when I get a haircut. Edward of many fandoms. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Let's see if I can say that really fast. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? There you go. I did it. Yay me. I'm good. Kevin, Batman fan. Hi, Dave. I am having a great birthday today. Well, happy birthday, Kevin, or Henry, whichever you prefer. I'm glad Gadot and Ray Fisher responded to Joss Whedon's untruthful claims. These are my great birthday gifts. Hashtag I stand with Ray Fisher. Hashtag Joss Whedon is over. So happy birthday to you. Bert's. Dave, do you think we'll see this guy in Matt Reeves' Batman trilogy? It would be sweet. It would be sweet. If he could pull it off, if Matt Reeves could pull it off, I do hope. I mean, and all you need to do is just watch Heart of Ice. That's all your reference needs to be when it comes to just a fucking fantastic Mr. Reeves story. It's just, Mr. Reeves? Mr. Freeze story, Mr. Reeves, is just watch Heart of Ice. That's all you really just need when it comes to Mr. Freeze. If he could somehow pull it off in the world that he's trying to create, power to him, and I think he probably can pull it off. So it would be pretty sweet. It would be pretty sweet. So anyways, all right, guys. We'll go ahead and wrap this up right meow. Hopefully you guys had a good time. Film Junkie Live. Like I said, members, look for the link on your feed. If you want to be part of the members only post show stream, join. Hit the join button, but make sure you smash that like, thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Got Patreon. Hopefully we'll be doing the Patreon stream soon as well. That's always fun to do, and I'll try to get some more exclusive stuff on there. So, and then of course the Film Junkie Closet down below with everything. All right, so I'll see you members in a little bit, and everybody else who is not a member, well, you suck. Just kidding. It's fine. It's fine. I'll see you guys tomorrow at the same junkie time, same junkie channel. See you later.